Good morning everyone and welcome to another on-time release video. I actually have two for you today, so be sure to check out the other one as well. But we're starting it off with the U-Panzer, and just look at this thing with the camo and everything. It's fantastic, it's adorable, and it's definitely a tank I want. This is sort of like been a recurring theme for the last few battle passes, even though before that they were all meh tanks. This one is really lovely. It's basically an exact copy of the VK3001D, which is a tier 6 German medium tank, and it pretty much plays the same way as well. There's potatoes on every side, and basically just, yeah, play it like that. Don't play it like this, mind you, because this is just me testing the tank, seeing what it can take and everything. But overall, it's just a really lovely tank, and it looks amazing. So yeah, that's basically like the shortest version for me to tell you about this tank. And basically the DPM is 1738, same as the VK. The penetration is 150, the alpha is 160, the rate of fire is 10.86, the reload is 5.52 seconds, the caliber is 75, the shell velocity is 925. Now all of that is exactly the same as the VK that I mentioned. Now the aim time is slightly faster on the U-Panzer than it is on the VK. It is 1.72 on the U-Panzer and 2.08 on the VK. The dispersion is the same, the elevation and gun depression is the same, the aiming arc is the same, the speed is the same, the engine power is the same. The power to weight ratio is slightly better on the VK. It is 22.7 on the U-Panzer and 23.55 on the VK. Basically the terrain resistance is a little bit worse on the VK, and the traverse is better on the U-Panzer. The effective HP per T is a little bit better on the U-Panzer as well. But like I said, it's pretty much a VK. Like as always, the Battle Pass tank is an X tank with minor differences, and in this case that other tank is the VK, the 3001D. But like I said, this tank is just absolutely lovely. I love the way that it looks, I love the way that it drives, and to be fair, I haven't been driving the VK all that much lately, but basically with me testing this one on the press account to make this video, kind of just makes me want to take it out and play it on my main account as well. Because it is really nice, and the thing is that mostly in tier 6 I go for the Fury to drive because A, credits, and B, I just love the tank. But yeah, this one could be a very good tank to drive in tier 6 as well. So, as per usual, the Battle Pass, it's a little bit of money for a lot of bang for your buck, basically. Like, I can't look into your wallet, so don't get yourself into trouble getting these things. But when it comes to Battle Passes, generally the value that you get for it is the highest that you can get in Blitz. So that is something to think of as well, because you get the tank, you get another tank, you get the camouflage, you get credits, gold, and basically all sorts of things. Like with all the Battle Passes, that is the same. I'm basically just repeating myself. And in this case, from this month onwards, you can also get more Battle Pass thingies to save up for crates in the end, and those crates I will be talking about in my other video, because that is about the tank that is in those crates. But yeah, looking back at the U-Panzer, it is a lovely little tank. It can bounce a little bit if the reload is decent, and can dish out quite a bit of damage. In this case I was just a bit too far to arrive to handle the smart room over there, but all in all it was a pretty nice game. And at this stage I kind of just want to take a moment just to look at the tank, because you have of course the tank here in the game. But that's of course not the only part of the tank itself, and in this case I'm not worried about the class because tank is basically not live yet, so the ace bar is standard, and that's very high at this tier. But just look at this. I actually took the time to video this because I wanted you to see the water dripping on like all across the tank. It's like dripping water, and it just looks so incredibly cool. And this isn't in the battle, mind you. The dripping water is just in the garage. But it's just like that little added effect. It just makes it look so incredibly cool. And I really like that. I like that attention to details. I like the skills that it's got. I like the rust that is in the camo and everything. It just looks really, really cool. Of course, you do have to get to X level of the Battle Pass, I think, to actually get the camo. But that being said, if that is really needed, then to me it is definitely worth it, because it completes the tank. Like, the tank in itself, the form and everything is not really to my taste. I'm not really like a fan of that, but just the way that the camo is with the water tube that is coming out and the steam that it's spitting out in the rear, and just like all the green algae and the rust and the just everything about it just fits the underwater theme so well. And that's mainly the thing that I love about this tank. For me, I mean, I know I'm not really a standard YouTuber in that effect. I just always go like, oh, this tank is so cute, I love it. And this was a needless mistake I made here. But overall, the tank can bounce a little, and it's just, the reload is really nice. And it's just, overall, it's a great little tank. And I'm just really, really enjoying it. In this case, I actually bounced that shot, the AMX driving away too far for me to actually shoot him. But then he comes, and I just activate my adrenaline to dish out some more damage. And it's just, it feels really natural just to drive this tank. And that being said, I am a ridgeliner, and this tank just fits my playstyle really well, so that it's not going to be the case for pretty much everyone. But at the same time, it is tier 6 and there are potatoes, and generally when it comes to games like this and a tier like this and tanks like this, as long as you're not got a potato, you're going to do just fine. And of course, it is a medium, so you shouldn't just be standing still and letting yourself get shot and everything. And right now I'm just capping the base to secure some points and everything, which also helps aid in XP and everything. I'm looking over there to see if I can do something, but then I notice on the minimap that my teammate seems to be actually pushing them on his own, which is not necessarily the brightest idea that you can have. So I just decide to go in and help him. I turn back because I actually overextended there, but I was lucky enough to not get hit for it. And the gargoyle misses me as well, which helps a lot. So when I reload again, the gargoyle is gone. So overall, basically just to repeat what I've already said, this is the Battle Pass tank for August. It looks fantastic with the underwater theme and everything. And it's a joy to drive. It's pretty much an exact copy of the VK3001D, so keep that in mind as well. Overall, Battle Pass is always great value. I can't look in your wallet and say if you should do it or not, but if you want to spend a little bit of money and get the most out of it, then the Battle Passes are generally the way to go. You do have to work for it though, because you have to do the missions daily and everything. But yeah, there is that. And of course you might get lucky and bounce a KV2 like I did here. And my driving skills this day were like on point, so I've been driving into buildings for most games and everything, but you didn't see that all that much. So yeah, that is it. That is it for this tank, or about this tank I should say. Basically, Battle Passes are great fun. You need to decide for yourself whether or not you want to do it and commit to doing all those missions and everything. But that is my little review for this tank, and that's it really. I hope you guys enjoyed it and basically see what the tank can do, but if you got the VK then you also know. So I'll be seeing you for the phase 1 video, and that's it for this one. Have a good day all, bye bye!